The movie had not even started when one overloaded machine buried the entire village beneath a popcorn storm. A gentle evening breeze moved through the village courtyard as families arrived for movie night. Lanterns glowed beside wooden benches, children carried blankets, and the giant screen waited near the old stone booth. Chubby Max and Timmy Tinker rolled a massive popcorn machine into place. Its polished metal sides reflected the warm lights, while a wide funnel promised enough snacks for the entire crowd. Timmy studied the instructions and pointed to a clear warning about the maximum amount of corn. Max looked at the growing audience and decided that one ordinary batch would never be enough. Before Timmy could stop him, Max poured in another bucket, then added one more for safety. The machine groaned softly as the kernels collected inside. At first, everything seemed normal. A few cheerful pops sounded beneath the lid, and the familiar smell of toasted corn drifted across the courtyard. Then the machine began to shake. Its metal panels rattled, the pressure gauge jumped, and the wheels bounced against the stone ground. Timmy reached for the power switch, but Max insisted that the machine was only warming up. A second later, the lid burst open with a thunderous pop. White popcorn erupted into the air like a sudden winter storm. It covered the benches, floated past the lanterns, and fell across the courtyard in warm, fluffy waves. Buddy Popcorn barked with excitement and jumped directly into the thick cloud. He disappeared beneath the falling corn, while children laughed and tried to follow his moving trail. Within moments, the village cinema looked completely transformed. Popcorn rested on the rooftops, filled the flower pots, and formed soft drifts around the old stone booth. Timmy hurried toward the control panel and turned the first knob he could reach. Instead of stopping the machine, he activated the powerful cooling fans. A fresh blast of air swept through the yard. Popcorn flew sideways, spun around the lanterns, and stuck to the giant movie screen in strange patterns. The audience gasped, then cheered when the screen became decorated with the silhouette of a snowy mountain. The accident had created its own moving artwork. Max tried another switch, but the machine responded with an even louder roar. A second fountain of popcorn rose above the roof and drifted toward the surrounding houses. Instead of leaving, the villagers turned the chaos into a game. Children searched for hidden objects beneath the drifts, families built popcorn towers, and everyone collected warm handfuls to eat. Buddy suddenly burst from a white mound with the paper ticket still caught on his collar. He shook himself vigorously, sending another shower across the nearest benches. Word of the popcorn storm spread through the village. More people arrived carrying bowls, baskets, and blankets, turning the accidental disaster into the most popular screening the courtyard had ever hosted. At last, Timmy found the correct emergency switch. The machine slowed, the fans became quiet, and the final kernels floated gently through the moonlight. The movie began while popcorn still covered the ground. Max, Timmy, and Buddy settled on a bench, surrounded by laughing villagers and mountains of free snacks. Lantern light flickered across the white drifts as the story played on the screen. For one peaceful hour, the entire village forgot that an enormous cleanup waited nearby. When the final scene ended, the applause faded and everyone looked around. The courtyard, cinema roof, benches, pathways, and decorations were still buried beneath popcorn. Timmy opened the storage room and gathered brooms, buckets, wooden poles, and a ladder. Max quietly admitted that the warning label had probably been correct. The cleanup began beneath the stars. They cleared one bench at a time, filled bucket after bucket, and separated clean popcorn from anything that had touched the ground. Buddy helped by carrying a small, empty basket, although he stopped frequently to investigate snacks that looked especially interesting. The roof required the most difficult work. Max climbed the ladder while Timmy held it firmly, and each sweep sent another glittering shower through the lantern light. The work continued long after midnight. They brushed popcorn from the windows, cleared the stone steps, and checked every corner so the courtyard would be safe when morning arrived. Whenever their energy faded, They remembered the children laughing beneath the falling corn. That memory made the heavy buckets feel lighter and turned the exhausting cleanup into part of the adventure. Hours later, the machine was safely shut down, the pathways were visible again, and the last heavy bucket was carried toward the exit. The friends leaned against the stone wall, exhausted but proud. What had begun as a movie night had become a village celebration, a 3-day cleaning story, and a memory nobody would forget. Before leaving, Timmy placed a new sign on the machine: "Follow the limit, one batch at a time." Max nodded seriously, while Buddy searched beneath it for one final piece. Under the quiet midnight moon, they walked home together as the clean cinema rested behind them, ready for another movie night, this time with a much smaller serving of popcorn for many joyful years to come.